What's going on, my Flappy family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. So we have this reporter that goes by the name of Sabrina that dropped the behind-the-scenes information about Caitlin Clark at this USA basketball training camp. And the way that she's talking, Caitlin Clark made this team, fam. She made this.
Literally. This is crazy. I'm under contract. I guess I plan on returning to the sky and continuing to talk to Tyler.
No one was prepared for what happened. Not the coaches, not the players, not even the lenses pointed at the floor. Because on the final day of Team USA camp, Caitlin Clark didn't arrive to blend in, she arrived to reset the hierarchy. Before this goes any further, lock in, because what unfolded rewrote expectations in real time. This camp was designed to be orderly, polished, and predictable. Yet it became the most tension-filled stretch that Jim had witnessed in years, sparked by a single unexpected moment. Clark stepped in without noise or ceremony. No statements, no build-up. But almost instantly the atmosphere shifted. Drills bent in her direction. Conversations paused when the ball found her hands. Every possession carried weight. This wasn't manufactured attention or forced spotlight. It was presence. It was pull. It was undeniable influence settling into the room.
Yeah, she's there complaining to refs. She's back. She's back. But let's take a listen.
Caitlin Clark back on the court, super impressed with Caitlin just being engaged while she was out and getting back to being able to play.
It was a combination of like USA players going against USA players and then also USA players going against the scout team, which was just like players from small colleges all across North Carolina sort of helping out with that scout team practice. And, you know, she looked like Caitlin. The step back three was there. The passes were there. When she was not playing with Aaliyah Boston, some of the bigs didn't know what to do with her passes. There was one time where she passed it to Hamby and Hamby like brought the ball down. It's like, you can't do that. This is not, you have to keep it up, right?
Straight up.
Just like not expecting where that was coming. But FIBA, naturally, just a lot more physical than other levels of basketball, even more physical than the WNBA. So having to see Caitlin like go at scout team players who were, you know, instructed to play at a FIBA level of physicality was interesting considering.
The first jolt didn't go unnoticed. Paige Buchers caught it immediately. As the tempo sharpened, the floor compressed, and the offense accelerated the moment Caitlin took control, pulling players closer and drawing coaches to the edge of their seats like a switch had been thrown. Angel Reese, meanwhile, felt something entirely different. Not frustration at first, but displacement, the quiet shock of being present while the game moved elsewhere. She ran the same sets, logged the same reps, yet the rhythm never returned her way. Passes skipped past, reads shifted away, and momentum streamed right by. In every huddle, every breakdown, every whispered exchange on the sideline, one constant emerged. Caitlin Clark sat at the center, not because she asked to, but because her impact demanded it. And then came the scrimmage, closed doors, no audience, no noise, just pride on the line. And a game that would change the tone of everything.
Reese wants nothing to do with this damn Chicago Sky team. She makes it very, very clear at every opportunity. She makes it very clear at every opportunity. She does not want to be on this team. She thinks these players stink. She thinks they stink. She thinks she don't think they have a winning culture over there. She don't want to be there at all.
Caitlin took control at point. Paige stretched the floor. And suddenly the ball moved with precision, like every pass was pre-decided, every cut perfectly timed. Angel tried to assert herself through effort and intensity, adding contact, pushing the pace, letting emotion rise. But the game didn't slow down or shift to accommodate her. It accelerated. Possession by possession, the flow moved past her. Not through substitution or instruction, but through speed and clarity, until she was no longer part of the rhythm. That's when the truth landed. This wasn't a battle for minutes anymore. It was a clear structure forming in real time. Caitlin wasn't fighting to belong. She was showing that the system functioned best in her hands. Coaches exchanged quiet words. Assistants scribbled notes. And Angel recognized it instantly. The direction had already been set. Frustration surfaced, posture changed, energy dipped. Not from lack of ability, but because the room had already aligned. It wasn't personal. It was the game making a choice. And by the final day, the gym felt eerily calm, drills executed with sharp intent, precision unforgiving, as everything pointed unmistakably toward Caitlin Clark.
He stated Erica Hamby had a situation where she got the ball, and I think that's when she got blocked. I think that's what she's talking about. But she got the ball, brought it down, right? Caitlin Clark is going to put it right where you need it so you can get it and go up with it. That's another level of skill, another level of thinking, another level of I'm thinking 10 steps ahead, right? It's not only getting the ball to the player, it's getting the ball where the player needs it. That's another level of facilitating. That's why we say, man, Caitlin Clark is the top guard, man. All right, y'all start the conversation in the chat, but I'm just saying, Chelsea Gray is a very entertaining passer. All right, very entertaining. Sometimes her flashiness kind of make her throw the ball away and things of that nature, but Caitlin Clark knows how to get that thing in tough spots. All right, get it in tough spots and get her teammates open, get it to where the teammate can catch the ball and just pull it in a comfortable style. All that is a part of facilitating, man. All right, so I'm not too surprised that players couldn't necessarily handle it. I'm extremely impressed that she brought up they were playing FIBA physicality.
Caitlin ran the floor with veteran control, calling sets, steering traffic, and closing plays while the ball rarely found Angel, not as discipline, but as a natural outcome of the game itself. By the time the final whistle sounded, the outcome was already understood. Angel stepped away without noise or confrontation, not in protest but in acceptance, and the gym fell into an uneasy stillness as coaches traded glances and players looked elsewhere, fully aware of what had just unfolded. This wasn't simply an exit, it was a system laid bare. The same establishment that once hesitated on Caitlin, sidelined her, or questioned her value was suddenly scrambling to spotlight her performances and reshape the story, because dominance forces truth to the surface. Caitlin never needed to explain herself or issue a response. Her play spoke with clarity and weight, delivering a message impossible to ignore. You can doubt her, slow her path, even resist the shift, but you cannot contain her influence. As camp closed, coaches appeared unsettled, players recalculated their roles, and Caitlin walked out exactly as she arrived, calm, locked in, untouched by the turbulence around her. This wasn't spectacle for attention, it was the game revealing reality. When pressure rises and moments matter, Caitlin Clark doesn't chase them. The moment meets her, and this time, everything changed.